Hey, what's happening? Welcome back to the GM. I'm your guy, Boulanger, and I wanted to jump in, man, this evening on Monday, uh, and give you like a short video on this article that I ran across on accident. And this article, is certainly going to be impactful if it happens, to the Ravens organization, but then it'll certainly have an impact on Lamar Jackson. So give me a second, man. Let me pull this article up and show you what I'm talking about. Some of you may have already seen this article, but the article headline is a Jalen Hurts contract extension could set the Ravens and Lamar Jackson's negotiations backwards. And I certainly agree with that headline. And I certainly agree with a lot of the content in the article itself. Um, it's certainly could set them backwards because right now they're at a stalemate. There's no, we haven't heard any movement, any negotiations. We haven't heard anything out of the Ravens organization, and that just may mean there may not be a deal to be done in Baltimore. They may be waiting on the right trade package to come along to move on from Lamar Jackson. But the article says a few things I want to highlight. That right now it's going to be a race to the negotiating table between Jalen Hurts, Lamar Jackson, Joe Burrow, and even Joe Herbert. These are the guys that are next up. Those three guys, Herbert, Burrow, and Hurts, came out in the same draft. And of course, we know Lamar came out 2 years earlier, although he's the same age as those guys. And and I think that they're all sitting in the same negotiating place where it's going to be in that $250 to 300 $250 million to $300 million range. And I think the difference is going to be what the guaranteed money is going to be about. And I think that if Jalen Hurts makes it to the table first, he will certainly get more money than Russell Wilson, who was signed last year. He will certainly get more money than Kyler Murray, who signed for 189 million total, excuse me, not total guarantee, but in full guaranteed money, and so which gives him 46 to 47 million dollars, um, in annual salary. And so if he gets there before Lamar, he would have gotten there 2 years earlier. And I think that puts even greater distance between Lamar working with Baltimore to get a deal done because Jalen Hurts visits the Super Bowl, gets a deal done within 2 weeks because the article reports that it could get done as soon as next week. This is Jalen Hurts' third year. After Lamar Jackson's third year, it was questions if they would pick up his fifth year option. He plays out his fifth year option and he still doesn't have a deal. I get it. He has had some injuries, but it wasn't because of his style of play. It was because of the leaky offensive line who let free rushers get to him. Uh, and I know some people may come out, especially Philadelphia fans and some Baltimore critics, of course, they may say, well, Jalen Hurts is better than Lamar Jackson. Well, you have to estimate what better is. When you look on the field, they have a similar game, but Lamar is definitely more dynamic, more electrifying. He's faster, he's more elusive, and they both can throw the ball down the field. And you may say, well, look at the year Jalen Hurts had. He led his team to a Super Bowl. Well, you know what? Look at the weapons Jalen Hurts had. And I know you've heard me say that more than one time, but the fact of the matter is who you play with does matter. Right? When Philadelphia goes out and goes to get an AJ Brown and pairs him with an already number one Devontae Smith, who was a top 10 pick himself, you know, and then you get so now Jalen Hurts has two of the top probably 10 receivers in the whole league. And then they have a stud at tight end in Dallas Goddard. So now they form a trio that went for over 3,400 yards in receiving. 3,400 yards in receiving is more than the whole Baltimore Ravens passing attack all year long, whether it was Lamar Jackson or Tyler Huntley. Uh, Devontae Smith and AJ Brown both caught for over 1,300 yards. AJ Brown caught for almost 1,500 yards. So you can't compare better because you wouldn't be comparing apples to apples. When you make a comparison, you have to compare things that are alike. They are alike at the quarterback position, but then what the quarterback has to work with is so much more different. Jalen Hurts played behind the best offensive line in the whole league last year. and had two of the best wide receivers in the league. Lamar played with what? A leaky offensive line with best, and a consistently injured Ronnie Stanley at left tackle, a Morgan Moses who sometimes played like a turnstile. You see you follow what I'm saying? So when you compare, okay, I tell you what, flip it. Put Jalen Hurts in Baltimore, put Lamar Jackson in Philadelphia, and see if you get a similar result. I would bet you do. I would bet you might even win the Super Bowl. And so what I'm saying is when people make that comparison, Lamar Jackson's always going to get the backlash, and now the Baltimore Ravens are even more on the hot seat because if this deal gets done next week, Ravens Nation, I'm going to go ahead and say it. You heard it here first. We can say goodbye to Lamar Jackson. If Jalen Hurts gets to the negotiating table and gets a deal signed first, he's going to reset the market, and then it's going to be the clock is going to be ticking on Joe Burrow. Joe Burrow gets to the table, he's going to establish the market. If Herbert gets to the table, he's going to set the market, and all of them will have done it if they get it done this year before Lamar Jackson. That's going to put a bad taste for the Baltimore Ravens in Lamar Jackson's mouth, and I doubt if he trusts them, and I doubt if and I doubt if he continues to believe in them. And so, if it gets done, we might as well be preparing to say goodbye to Lamar Jackson. And so, if that's the case, man, pay attention to the trade videos, man, that I put out. They'll start getting released on Thursday. Want to come out Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, or either Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. I can't remember which way I have them set up, but they've already been recorded prior to this article. But this article lets me know that the GM may be on the right track. So listen, man, let me know what you want me to know about this video, man. If you like this kind of content, man, I can keep bringing it to you. By all means, man, hit the like, hit subscribe, share it with a friend. I appreciate you guys. This is the GM, and I'm Boulanger, and I'm out.